Joan Grim. Yes. State your name and address for the record, please, and you have 5 minutes.
Good evening. Thank you. My name is Joan Grim. I live at 2909 Edonia Drive. I am speaking as a representative of SPEAK tonight. SPEAK is concerned that you and the public were not fully informed about the model proposed in the Strategic Plan 2020 goal, establish a regional support structure. At the Board of Ed work session, some board members asked several pointed questions about the explicit meaning of established regional support structure. The superintendent talked vaguely about vertical structures, adding a new layer of administration, and finally said the model would be that of Charlotte, Mecklenburg, North Carolina. Our research shows this structure begins by setting up a separate district turnaround office in an independent group of highly paid administrators who manage schools outside of the democratic oversight and governance of Knox County School Board. This turnaround office of administrators will be accountable solely to the superintendent of Knox County Schools. Now let me just, I'm a teacher, so let me give you a little definition. Turnaround is MBA speak, or a euphemism for closing a public school with zero parent community input. The schools selected for turnaround are deemed low-performing group of test scores. So that guarantees that the lowest 5% of children will be given over to private equity cowboys. Charlotte Mecklenburg's model was designed by Mass Insight Education, an oxymoron, I might add. According to Mass Insight, it's the turnaround office that's tasked with shutting down schools. The long-range plan is to incrementally scale up the number of schools managed by private turnaround operators. This is a separate, unaccountable, privatized school system. It should concern the board that as public school protectors following this turnaround model, Charlotte Mecklenburg showed no improvement in student achievement. Instead, no schools left the privatized district, and 6 more schools were added. Once a school gets in, it never gets out. It's kind of like the Roach Hotel. Mass firings of teachers, principals, secretaries, teaching assistants, custodians, cafeteria workers, huge class sizes is how private equity investors cut costs and increase stock value. The district brings in third-party partners through Teach for America, the New Teacher Project, to fast-track untrained temps and churn staff. Mass firings and teacher churn are what they call managing human capital. We call it inhumane. Charlotte isn't the only system burdened by district turnaround offices. Chicago, New York, Washington, D.C., Los Angeles are all victims of these immoral practices. Partial funding came from venture philanthropists, the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation and the Carnegie Foundation. The guidebook for mass school closings originated from the controversial Broad Academy, School Closure Guide 2009. It seems the best way for billionaires to get richer is to buy a school system. What did turnaround offices do for the kids in these systems? Every system was thrown into turmoil. Achievement dropped. No money was saved. Pamela Grundy of Charlotte, North Carolina, and founding member of Parents Across America reported that local mass school closings in 2010 resulted in public school overcrowding and increased school suspensions. Closing disrupted already fragile communities and deepened mistrust of the school system, especially among African Americans. No accountability charters sprung up and displaced children who could not meet their entry requirements, especially children in special education. Charterized districts sent parents running from school to school trying to find a place to enroll their child who didn't fit in. Parents don't know if their school will remain open, be shut down, or sucked into the privatized district, or even what school their child will attend year after year. Major corruption scandals are multiplying in every privatized district in this country. Who would want their child subjected to this kind of practice? The superintendent needs to be honest and transparent with the Knoxville community about the implications for our schools and our children. A regional support structure is not an education plan. It's not even supportive. It's a corporate coup d'etat. The beneficiaries are private equity and real estate investors whose profits depend on charter sector growth. Winning big for a shadowy group of wealthy insiders is embedded in this model. The losers are children, teachers, parents, and our Knox County Schools family-like community. Speak was not supportive initially because the goal was opaque. It's a slap in the face to citizens that this weapon of mass destruction was hidden from public view behind weasel words. We are well aware that this plan is a political power play, not about supportive learning opportunities for children. We are firmly opposed to approval for establishing a regional support structure for Knox County. We urge you to delay the vote of the strategic plan until this goal is removed. If you decide to vote in favor, shame on you.